I thought you were rid of me, but I'm here with another super sidebar. Yeah, see, because, my phone is vertical, so there are bars on either side. Huh? Yeah, but I'm recording this because, well, one, I just got used to recording on Mondays. Weird not having Supergirl to watch. And B, Flash finally caught up. So I want to talk about that episode of The Flash because let's just say if any of you are sick of me always gushing about The Flash on these videos, you're about to get the opposite. Don't get me wrong, it was still a well-written episode, it was still well acted, there was great twists, but how they dealt with the fact that, Barry went to another world, just, it really takes away from it for me, and I can't look past it. Because the whole thing is resolved in the cold open. Barry's testing the device he wore in the crossover, and he's running as fast as he can. And then we, get the shot of him running, and suddenly there's a portal, and he goes through it, and suddenly there's another portal, and he comes out, and he shows up at Star Labs. He goes, "I'm back! How long was I gone?" And that is literally it. No one asks him what he's talking about. No one says, "Why are you so haggard?" They just immediately Cisco immediately says, "Dude, that's the fastest you've ever ran. You've beaten your record by like 4 times or whatever." And maybe if that was it, I would have been disappointed, but could live with it. But the problem is, this episode of The Flash was all about whether or not Barry could travel to another universe. In fact, like the first third is basically a debate between him and Dr. Wells about whether or not it's even possible because they closed all the breaches to Earth 2. And not once does Barry say, "I know it's possible because I just came back from another world." Not once at all again does anything involving the crossover come up. I mean, the closest we get, Barry, when everybody starts talking about him like, "Oh, you're so fast," he has a look on his face like, "Should I tell them?" And again, nothing. I'm not even sure that's what that expression was supposed to be. And part of me wants to just try to give him a pass because just based on what I've gathered reading about the articles and stuff about the crossover is maybe they sort of sprung this on Grant Gustin. I mean, it's been mentioned several times in several different ways that Grant Gustin was only in, because the show's to film in 2 different locations, Grant Gustin was only there for a very limited amount of time. And, they had to cut scenes for time, but not because, oh, this episode's running too long. It's because we don't have Grant for this long. So it's entirely possible that they just didn't have time to rewrite any of the Flash episodes in a significant way, but I feel like it could have been handled because it still could have been addressed in this episode because what they end up doing to get back to Earth 2 or to regain access to Earth 2, because it turns out Zoom comes to them, is they realize Cisco might be able to reopen the breach. I mean, it's a whole thing, but, this isn't a Flash vlog. So instead of just having, Cisco wave his hands and suddenly there's another breach, they could have said, "Okay, Cisco, I know if I run fast enough, I can break the dimensional barrier, but I can't control where I'm going. You can help me steer, you can help me navigate, and then you can get me back to Earth 2. Again, it's just so much of the episode is whether or not it's possible to get back to Earth 2, whether or not it's possible to travel through dimensions at all anymore, and he doesn't once goes like, "Dudes, I did it." It really frustrates me. It's bad writing. I mean, and again, maybe part of it is I'm disappointed that I didn't get what I thought is, Barry goes to Earth 2, and when he tries to go back, he ends up in Supergirl's world. To me, that would have made the most sense. Uh, uh, and I hate saying, I hate using the word bad because if you take out that little teeny bit that they even bother to reference, the episode's fantastic. I mean, they're definitely gearing up for the season finale. But just it was a wasted opportunity, and that just bugs me. I mean, you guys have been watching me, listening to me gush about Flash all season, so just for it to, again, I don't know why I keep coming up with running metaphors for all this, but it just fell flat on its face, and I'm really, really, no, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Oh, I don't know. Again, the hope is next season that there will be another crossover because everybody's saying they want to do more crossovers. All the actors, anyway. So hopefully it's something where Kara comes to Earth 1 and they go to a karaoke. And I really want a karaoke bar scene where they revisit their Glee roots. But yeah, that's all I can really think to say on this one. Because I'm just going to be repeating myself over and over and over. Yeah, it was a bit of a letdown, but I don't doubt Flash will bounce back. And again, it's all my personal bias, but yeah, that's how they dealt with it on Flash. Yay.